Well, for more, let's go to Barcelona and speak to journalist Natalia Martos. Thanks for joining us, Natalia. Give us a sense of what restrictions are being lifted and over how much of the country.
Hi, good afternoon. Well, what we know by now is that Barcelona and Madrid, for example, we're still on phase 0, which means we're most restricted. We're only allowed to go out for a walk on certain times. For example, my age range, which ranges from 14 until 70, we can go out from 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. and from 8 to 11. There's another time for elderly people. It's from 10 to 12 and 7 to 8 for plus 70-year-olds and under 14 from 12 to 7. This is the organization, well, what they've planned to organize and to avoid many people going out at the same time. And we've got another case, which is other provinces in Spain, that have been able to access this phase 1, which allows restaurants, for example, to start opening their doors, but of course controlling the capacity. Only 30% of its original capacity is allowed.
Right, and in terms of those big cities, like you mentioned, Barcelona, Madrid, I know there's some others, Valencia, have there been clear guideposts set in which the government will be prepared to start also opening those cities? Or is this something they're just going to play it by day?
I think it's going to be day by day. And regarding also the number of the death toll and people infected, it's going to be something that until we don't have a fall in these in number of victims, we're still going to be in a total close down. And I think it's going to be more difficult to control bigger cities. But it's also a fault of the citizens, because we can see that people still go out whenever they want. They still visit their friends when they cannot. And there's lots of fines being applied to citizens who are just not respecting the rules right now. So I think it's going to be very difficult to go back to normality with people who from the start are not respecting what is being said to us.
Right. Now, as I mentioned, Spain, along with countries like Italy, the UK, some of the hardest hit in Europe. What about the economic damage? And are there programs the government is putting forward to provide some relief?
Yeah, well, the main problem is that many companies cannot offer teleworking, so people have been obligated to reduce their working times, and that has been, of course, affecting their salary. There's another phase, which is, for example, the unemployment. Barcelona is the province with most number of people right now unemployed, with almost 600,000, which is lots of families who are struggling to get to the end of the month, and of course who are very uncertain with the future, because we don't know whether certain companies will be able to continue their working strategies as long until now, and there's a lot of preoccupation right now.
Right, and I imagine certainly in certain places in Spain, so dependent on tourism. I think of Barcelona, of course, Madrid, southern Spain. The tourist industry must really be on the verge there. Again, is that something the government is going to maybe offer direct help with?
Some hotels will be able to open when we get to phase number 2, because now we're in phase 0 in Barcelona, phase 1 in the north of Spain, but it's something that I think that's not going to happen until the end of June or July, because everything is being so slowed down. And as soon as we think that we're going to advance on one more phase, we get the news that we can't, that we have to remain. So I think that tourism this year is going to be a big unfortunate, because I'm not really sure if they're going to be able to save this summer, because we're already in May and things are very, very locked down.
Well, certainly that situation is not unique to Spain in terms of the saving the summer and beyond, and certainly in this country in Israel also very heavily dependent on the tourism industry. Natalia Martos there in Barcelona, thank you for that.
Thanks, Khaled.